following program, The Nightcap, is set for a mature audience. It may contain sexual content, adult beverages, wizards, sharp edges, random cat sightings, unidentified flying objects, identified flying objects, myths, the antidote, the cure for boredom, carnival attractions, number 47, your chicken schnitzel's ready, Mary Poppins' casket, and parking Nick's mustache that may cause lust. We recommend that all precautions be taken when listening to the Nightcap. So sit back, relax, and enjoy, and most importantly, don't take life too serious, and have fun here on the Nightcap. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, welcome back to the Nightcap. Can you live? Around the world. Big hello to each and every one of you around this wonderful planet of ours and our intergalactic listeners / viewers / overlords themselves. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is, of course, the Nightcap. We were away last week, but it's all right. We are back this week. Why? Because that's just what we do. So get ready for it. It's going to be a crazy show. It's going to be a wild show. And I just need to remember where I put the camera so I know where to look properly. Because I look up here and there's no camera. And I look over here and there's no camera. There's legal teams and producers, but there's no cameras. Camera's right there. Here we go, boys and girls and children of all ages. On that side of the studio, he's, of course, the Lord of Rock and Roll and the King of all that is metal. It is Parking Nick.
Good evening, Captain. Good evening, Nation. Almost coming to you live from Rosebud Hospital Emergency Department, but that was the last night.
Yay! You're spending more time in hospital than I ever did.
Yeah, well, remember that competition you and my dad had? Well,
vividly.
My dad's not here anymore. I think I've taken up the baton.
He's passed the mantle down. Like, this is all you now.
Yeah.
Hey, you're doing well.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. I'm pretty pleased. No, I'm pretty pissed off, I gotta say.
Well, to make things all better for you, Parking Nick, right there in the centre part of the studio, she's, of course, the fiery redhead herself from the Crochet and Udall Division, and a Secret Agent Ness.
That's me, yeah. I got to go to hospital as well.
Yeah.
And I got to visit, and I even got a blanket because it was so cold.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's lovely.
Yeah.
That's the best part of Wandon Valley Hospital, is there's normally cake and a cuddle.
Yeah.
Oh, no cakes, no cuddles.
No, well, you got ripped off.
I even turned down the cuppa because I thought that would be vile.
Oh, yeah. Hospital coffee's never great at all. No offence to anyone that works in the public health system, but your coffee's crap.
Yeah.
They must bring it in just to make everyone stay sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, thank you, Craig. Yes. The 4078 MASH. Rosebud Hospital. Yeah.
It's mobile? I didn't know that it was mobile, but there you go.
Yeah, well, earthquake hits, it will be.
Oh, well, this is true. Actually,
We did give him a good Yelp review, though.
oh, good.
Yeah.
Is it?
Except for the lady who tried at 2 goes at putting my cannula in and said, maybe I'm not as good as this as I thought, and went and got someone else.
Yeah, but we put
Yeah,
well,
we commentators curse we gave her.
Yeah.
I naturally assumed your Yelp reviewers, when they put the needle in, you went, yep. And they go, oh, thanks very much.
I don't mind it if it hurts, but it's when they put it in and then draw it out a little bit and then push it in again, still trying to find the vein, that hurts.
Yeah, that's never fun. Well, you've seen you've seen them in real life, the pictures and all the gear that they hook me up to when I'm having ketamine and formaldehyde bloody infusions. They put the formaldehyde in. I was talking to the doc about that. So why are you putting formaldehyde in? He goes, well, in case you die, we don't have to embalm you. It's already done. I'm like, right, that's a fair call.
Yeah, that's efficient.
Efficient, yeah. Guess what? Speaking about earthquakes, I was going to call last week's show which unfortunately we didn't get a chance to do because it was my turn to be hurt and offline. I was going to call it Aftershock based on all the earthquake stuff that happened that week. I'm like, that would be funny. That would be a great name for a show. Because no one died, so, you know, it's a win-win.
Yeah, it's not.
But I changed it this week.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
it's called the origami, or the original even. All right, because origami. The reason that we had to call it the original is because there's too many Audi brand versions of the nightcap running around there. You've got the old Audi version and the home brand version, and you've got, I don't know, the
black and gold,
the black and gold, and the
black and gold.
You know, the original no frills version. There's
no frills.
There's too many versions of the nightcap doing the rounds. So I thought it's probably best that we let everyone know publicly, because the guys at Copyright were very, very keen for me to say this publicly, that we are the original The Nightcap. 3 words for those that are playing at home. Yes, this particular show is called The Nightcap Live, but the actual business that we run under and the actual media firm that we are is known as The Nightcap. In fact, it was a registered company for many, many years. There's actually a couple of trademarks hanging behind my head here, and there'll be more trademarks to come. But however, if you are out there and you are watching this program thinking, I just want to start my own version of the nightcap, have big pockets full of cash.
Bring them. Yeah.
So, under the copyright laws of Australia, and of course, or the YouTube standard copyright laws as well, we've made it very clear for the last 14 years plus that we are the original The Nightcap.
We're the one.
We are. And if you want to fight about it, I'll organise someone to fight you.
Yeah.
Because I probably won't.
No kidney punches for me. Please.
Yeah. The last time I remember I got into a disagreement and the police turned up at my door, right? And they went, "It's the police." And I said, "Oh yeah, prove it." And they've gone, "Roxanne." I said, "All right, fair enough."
Clearly.
Yeah. You can use that joke if you want.
I do.
I don't need to, but thank you.
Probably
the young folks won't understand it.
No, this is true. Very, very true. We've got a big show tonight. Big show. There's a lot of things to do. We've got questions that have been up for 7 days and a bit, so we'll get into them. Woo. We've got we're going to do discussions tonight. Some really good subjects that have come through from other people throughout the course of the week of discussions that people want to talk about. We've got everything under control, but to prevent other people from ending up in hospital because they've nightcapped incorrectly, it's probably a good idea that we sign off on the terms and conditions that not necessarily terms and conditions, but they sort of are at the same time. So that being said, Parking Secret Agent S and the people of the Nightcap Nation, are you ready for our terms and conditions? All right, deep breath in, here we go. If you want to be part of the fun and excitement that is the Nightcap Nation, it is very easy to do. Simply jump on your Facebook computer type device and type in these 4 magical words.
The Nightcap Nation.
Hit join now, and after 12 grueling weeks of working in kidney punching training, you too can graduate as head surgeon of the Nightcap Nation. Also, when you join the Nightcap Nation, it is very important that you don't take stuff too seriously, because we go completely wild and completely crazy on this program. So sit back, relax, take your shirts off, get naked if you want to, here on the Nightcap. You can even join the live chat that happens throughout the course of the program, and it's recommended that you do.
Absolutely, and if you do happen to join the Nightcap Nation on Facebook, get yourself involved in the chat, because a lot happens in the chat that you don't get if you're only watching on YouTube.
And the other good thing about the chat is it's its own community, and what is mentioned or posted, or unless it's got to do with the show itself, stays within that chat, which is really good. So if you are, the President of the United States, who is in the chat, if you put up a picture of his doodle, for instance, which he's notoriously done many times in that chat, we don't send those photos on to other people unless there's money in it for us.
Yeah. That's right.
It's its own little hidden community, so if you want to be part of it, come be part of it.
Get in.
Get in
Oh.
it. Get all up in that grill.
Yeah. And you'll be in good company.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, we'll presume you will. What you're doing in your private life's your business. But also in the chat,
In the chat.
you'll be in amongst folks like Dry Ray and Dry Ray.
The Rays.
And Esquire. Esquire. And McLovin is in the house as well.
Oh my goodness.
And JD Girl's there as well.
JD Girl. Oh my goodness. There are people everywhere.
Everybody. It's the old crew.
It is.
It's almost a full house in there, and I know for a fact that Camo Cow, the Fisherman, US Marshal, Harvey Dent, all the other people that watch us on replay as well. So big hello to each and every one of you guys as well. And I think UVG might be watching. Cole Elliott will be watching.
Yes, McLovin as well as has had a look at the talent on the other nightcap shows and says I'll be paying us 50% of fuck all.
Ah, excellent. Well, that's still better than none. I got paid none.
Cry wants to know if we're doing boobs again.
I might get them out later. We'll see how we go.
Dry Ray has given a very, very clear answer.
Of no.
Kit should be watching too. Thank you, Jody Gill.
Thank you. Hello to Kit. Before we get right into the show, check this out, right? I got my Christmas present from Jody Gill during the week. Oh, look at this. Look at that. That's an Insane Clown Posse All Six Jokers card from the first set. We've played Insane Clown Posse on the show a few times, and actually we've had them on the show once. So, there's a bloody cool shirt that's sitting underneath there. In case anyone was wondering what's on the shirt, that's what's on the shirt. Just everyone relax, you can't have one.
Wouldn't want one anyway.
Oh, good. There's lots of stuff that you can have here on the program. Any of our wonderful brands.
Does it smell of Fago?
No, sadly not. I haven't had any Fago for a while.
That's a marketing idea for them. A scratch and sniff T-shirt. You scratch it and it smells like Fago.
Oh, you know Fago, which is a Michigan-based soft drink. Hate the fact that the Insane Clown Posse talks about Fago and puts Fago all over their products and use them at the concert and stuff, and all over their fans. They hate it, but who would even know they existed if it wasn't for them? Speaking about things that exist.
The only reason they're still in business.
Oh, without doubt, it would have gone out during the war.
Yeah.
Maybe we should ask US Marshal. He's Michigan based.
He is Michigan based. He can send over some Fago. Oh, that would be awesome. Why didn't I ever think of that?
I know. Oh, never mind.
This is why we bring Nessie on the program, just for Secret Agent Ness on the program, just for these type of scenarios. Excuse me for a minute while I drink out of the skulls of my enemies.
Right, Crystal Egg Vodka's your enemy, isn't it?
Oh no, never.
They're one of our trusted
It's the
friends.
opposite.
They are extremely part of our brands that we trust. Speaking about brands that we trust, I didn't have a chance to freeze any ice cubes this week, so I'm going to mix in a bit of her old Frostberry Mother in on the... look at that. Beautiful bloody...
That sounds like a character out of Macbeth or something, Scotchberry Mother.
Frosted Berry Mother.
McLovin loves the Scottish tribute act, the Insane Clown Pussy.
That's funny. That's really funny. I like that. Excuse me while I wet my whistle on one of our brands that we trust.
What, you have a drink, Captain? I always wanted to know if the Toyota catchphrase in Scotland was, "Oh, what a feeling."
Probably. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Discussions. Do you want to get into them? Shall we do this?
Sure.
Oh, just unfiltered opinions.
Here we go. Here we go.
No.
Discussions.
pushing.
For those that are new to the program or have never seen a discussion, this is how it works. I will.
Never seen a discussion.
Well, there's people out there that may not have seen any.
Yeah, I for one would like to welcome all the 2-year-olds in the audience.
Big hello to each and every one of them. Actually,
Yeah.
there was a kid, one of Campbell's friends.
Please responsibly.
Yeah, please drink responsibly. For goodness sake, we don't want your parents ringing us.
Breastfeed responsibly.
There was one of Campbell's friends that used to watch, started watching a couple of weeks ago, and he said to me on one of the school days, he goes, "Oh, you weren't there last week." I said, "No. Are you still watching?" Like, I'm not sure if you're allowed to. Like, we've made it very, very clear. That
where the internet's the safety people told you about.
Yeah, haven't you? Don't you pay attention to the cyber police guys? Come on. Excuse me while I enjoy that beautiful drink. Jeez, that's nice. It really is. It really is. Discussions. Okay, this is how it works. I will propose a subject for us to talk about. Being the adults that we are, we know that we can have a discussion, and even if we don't agree with one another, we can still be friends because we're adults. So take that. My therapist said that I was acting childish, but to be fair, she started it. So that's going to be how it goes. I'll propose a subject. You guys can propose a subject, even in the chat. If you've got an idea that you want us to talk about, chuck it in there. Join in as well. Let's start. I've got a couple of deep ones, so let's start off with something real easy. This actually almost caused a fight today. I almost barred Esquire from attending anything to do with the nightcap. When you set up house... Yeah, well, mostly because he's not an adult. When you set up house, and you're putting things away in your drawers, and you put your cutlery away, what order from left to right do you put your forks, knives, and spoons?
It's extremely simple. It's teaspoons, dessert spoons, forks, then knives.
Why it is on your setting?
How many? Like you can fit 4 in a row.
Yes.
No, you've completely misunderstood the concept here. I understand.
What?
I've got narrow drawers and I have 4 sections.
I'll get a photo.
Ours, more to the point, is forks, knives, spoon.
My God.
And then in the longer section, I put cutting knives, like as in bread knife and all that sort of stuff. And then at the bottom is where the teaspoons go. So teaspoons live down the bottom in their own little area.
Yeah, no, I don't have one of those long sections.
See, this is where you're going wrong.
The big knives, they belong in the metal thing on the wall, the magnet thing.
That's way too complicated.
Yeah, no, it's not. But you need a knife to butter your toast, and you need to make your Vegemite sandwiches every morning.
Yeah.
So it needs to be in the most accessible spot for your right hand. You're left. You're a lefty.
I am left-handed, yeah.
Back all over the joint.
Yeah. That's why it goes forks, knives, spoons.
Why would you have the forks in the first hole? Yeah.
Because I like forks.
Everybody likes a fork.
That's right.
And they look good. I don't know. Every house I've ever lived in has always been forks, knives, and spoons. Now, I don't remember what it was like when I first moved in with Kimbertron, whether I changed it and she didn't know, or she's just learnt to adapt over the years. But
I think it's just wrong.
It has to.
Look, there's a house.
Yeah, there's pictures of ours. We've got a magnetic knife holder up on the wall, makes it easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gee, there's 4 in there too.
Yeah.
Everyone's got 4.
Oh, that's lovely and neat. Oh,
No, he's quite nice.
oh, this person here. Who's this
That's
picture
Cray-Ray.
from?
That's Cray-Ray.
Are they lefties?
I don't know.
Or do they just use spoons a lot?
Or are they just weird?
But looking down at that, it's left to right, knives, forks, spoon, and then teaspoon and dessert spoons and stuff towards the bottom. There's Esquire's, spoons.
Got it right. Back, scroll back.
No, that's
I mean,
that's spoon, fork, and knife.
Yeah, that's sensible.
No, you guys are all strange.
I'm with Aspire.
Captain, have you ever seen a table set in a restaurant?
Yeah, I used to do it for a living.
Yeah, well, how come you don't tee up your own cutlery drawer like that?
Well, it is, because it's fork on the left, knife on the right.
Yeah.
And that's what it's like in my drawer. When I look down, the forks are on the left, knives are in the middle, and then the spoons off to the side. The same way it would be set on a table.
No, the spoon would be inside the knife.
Well, yeah, that would be. But yeah, we're talking semantics now.
And McLovin says it's just a fork talk.
Yeah. Well, after
Fork talk.
the last show that we produced, we like to get into the fork discussions. So let's get down and dirty with these forks. Okay, so I'm weird. All right, look, I'm a big man to admit when I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I am left-handed. I'm also not a very big man, and you guys are all wrong.
Incorrect, but we can remain friends.
We can remain friends.
After this, can we?
Won't use cutlery.
The knives is flipped as the button.
Can't wait to cut me steak with one of his spoons.
I'm just going back through. Jade has a cutlery section in her drawer, and all the knives, forks live underneath. So hang on, are they not in a thing altogether? Are they just loose and...
Nick didn't show the secret special in our drawer either, because that whole tray actually lifts up, and we have entree cutlery underneath in the same order.
Who's a bit posh now?
And dessert and soup spoons under there as well.
I know that I've been beaten. And we're just going to move on.
Hang on, JD Girl's got another late entry.
That's in three different sections.
That's just a mess, that's what that is.
Oh my gosh.
You're by yourself. Why do you have so much cutlery?
Because we gave it to her.
What was it messing up yours and all that?
And we also note that you haven't painted your toenails.
Yeah, that's been pointed out.
Ready for a mani-pedi. Or anything else. Yeah.
This is an interesting one. Let's move on to the next little thing, because this is because I got beaten mostly. Now, Parking, this might come as a shock to you, because it came as a shock to me, and it may become a shock to all males on planet Earth, because I didn't know that ladies and women and girls in general, Sheilas and babes and chickies, and little sugar plums. Now, Secret Agent Ness, do you have a fear of a particular thing that you are frightened of when going to the bathroom, as in going wee-wees on the toilet?
No.
Are you sure? Are you hiding your cards close to your chest here?
No.
And are you not one of the many women that suffer from toilet snake phobia?
No. I've never heard of it.
You've never heard of this?
I don't think so. I'm trying to go back through the annals of my mind, and I don't think I've heard of a toilet snake. Except for one of those things that you clean out the toilet with, which would only be used by a plumber under certain circumstances.
Yeah.
I have no imagination that it would come back out and grab me.
I heard an interview with, I can't remember, some random person, and she mentioned that she was, at some stage in her life, not saying that she still is, but at some stage in her life, was worried about squatting down on the toilet in case a toilet snake was to come up the pipe and bite her on the coochie. Cat.
I mean, yeah, clearly there's a vulnerability there for every person. Is this just something that's, endemic to women, do you think? Or do you think that guys might have this fear too? Yeah.
Because I thought, okay, it must be just this one crazy person. And then I asked Kimatron, and she had the same fear. And I'm like, oh my God, 100% of women surveyed have this fear right now, and I need to either one run an awareness campaign, or two dig into this a little bit further. But it's just not these two women. There are a plethora of women in my life that I have spoken to who are
I've managed to work through this imaginary phobia of something that's not going to happen, because in my youth, I did have the experience of both spiders in the toilet and a green tree frog in the toilet. And the green tree frog did cause me to run out of a service station toilet with my pants down, while I was quite young and terrorized by the situation. But perhaps actually enduring something real, Kat, has caused me to decide that a phobia of something imaginary would be silly and a waste of my time every time I went to like half a dozen times a day.
Chemitrons
Right, what are you doing with your life? Get over it. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Chemitron's fear comes from the fact that her grandmother had a outside toilet, and there was always a fear of there's wild animals that kind of live around the hut, so there's a possibility that.
Do you have an outdoor dunny now? No.
No, I don't. But somewhere in this, like I can't go to the toilet with the light off, because growing up in the country, we always had to check for spiders under the toilet lids and stuff. You know what? Well, you came from Euron Creek there once. No, you're in Quinny, so you would have known to check everywhere, because toilet, especially in the shitters, the spiders are fairly common.
And I had an outside dunny in Thorn Street in Wagga.
Yeah, you did too. Yeah.
Outdoor dunnies at plenty of places I lived in, Shep.
Yeah.
But that's outdoor dunnies.
Yeah, and I think
maybe.
Actually, out bush, actually out bush in the bush, in a non-porcelain-based facility.
Yeah, without actual plumbing and stuff.
Yeah.
Without plumbing and stuff. Oh, drop boxes, yeah.
Yeah, well, I've used long drops as an adult and not been terrified.
Yeah, there's one up at Portsea.
Yeah. I always take a couple of smokes with you.
If I'm actually having to dig a hole.
Yeah.
Done that before too.
Only time where I'd be gravely concerned.
But that's the thing. I'm thinking, when you're a kid, you're scared of the boogeyman, and you grow up and you realise that
it's you.
Boogeyman imagination. Well, snake's coming out of the shitter. Same thing.
Hello, it's not New York.
Yeah.
It's not alligators.
Yeah,
Jake was having audio trouble.
What happens is, I think on your Zoom setting, you might have audio automatic drop off if the noise gets too high. So if it goes too high, it just sort of drops a little bit. But I know what she's trying to say. But
I won't shout then.
Okay. We can hear the shouting. It's just anything that comes after that.
Okay, let me see what I can do here.
What I did with mine, under audio setting, I went to where it says drop out noise or whatever. I just clicked low instead of auto.
No.
But then again, some people can hear it fine. So. All right.
We'll work on it.
What's this one? Here we go. Because we've all worked in the public sector or retail or whatever. What day of the week do you personally consider the start of the week?
Monday.
So you officially start your day, like your week, Monday to Monday.
Payroll ends Sunday.
Yeah.
Week starts Monday.
Yep.
Righto. So I've always gone Sunday to Sunday. Like to me that's the 7 days.
That's too religious for me.
No.
Yeah, I'm not sure if mine was religious or I just got it belted into me as a child by some priests.
Yeah.
I also, when I was working shift work and stuff, and I was doing like a Wednesday to Sunday, 12 hours, whatever, I would consider my work week or my week starting on a Wednesday and then working through until the Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday was my weekend.
Yep.
But when I was, and you might be the same. I'm not sure if you did this as well when you were doing night shift and stuff. But your night was everyone's day, and everyone's day was your night. So I would get home after a night shift, and have a couple of drinks and watch a bit of telly. And people would be like, "Why are you drinking? It's 6 o'clock in the morning." Because it's 8 o'clock at night.
Yep.
Because I'm on my way to work.
Look. Do you want to drive the school bus? No. Some people in retail would start on a Wednesday to Sunday when it got busiest. Esquire's going, not retail. He doesn't believe in that. Cray Ray thinks I'm Arabic, or Sunday's Arabic. I'm not sure if he thinks Sunday, as in the day itself, belongs to the Arabs.
Cray Ray, Sunday isn't Arabic, Sunni is Arabic.
Yeah.
He's helping out.
Yeah. I can't write in Sanskrit.
Sunni,
I can
not
write in
Sunni.
sand.
And Sunil, he's probably Indian.
Yeah, it would be.
All right. Packing, I know you're a big one on this. I'm a big one on this. I think, and I want to point this out, I think that it needs to be said, and I'm going to be the one to say it. If you use the term army in anything, like, I'm going to bring my nation army with me, blah, blah, you then have legally signed up for any battle that involves your country, right? If you're using the name army, like the Salvation Army, right? No offence to them. Yep. Sorry, you've got the name army.
To be fair, they do have rank.
Yeah, well, then they can go and fight into battle. Send in the tubers! And in they go, right?
I was trying to make a joke, all right, Cray, get with it.
They're also living in the 14th century, I believe, as well. Yeah.
Isn't Urana? Aren't they the ones living in the 14th century? Ooh,
Yeah,
see that Urana. But yeah, there's so many people out there going, my army of followers. Okay, well, look, influencer, you have an army of followers. Congratulations. Off to Afghanistan you go.
My favourite, Captain, is those bullshit singing shows I have on the Voice and all that. Sudden Death Battle. And I mean, fuck it, what's that?
Yeah, I mean, on that.
None of them die.
Yeah.
No blood, no guts, no
None of them ever die.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed when it gets to the battle rounds and there's no battle wounds. Like,
yeah. Like, bring in the tanks, come on.
It's like, this is going like a little bit off, but playing on people's words. I remember when there was a particular vacuum cleaner mob here in Australia, Godfrey's, I think they were called, and they would always have a stock take clearance where they go, okay, so we've got all our stock out in the car parks, and come 7 o'clock, we're not bringing them back. Well, good, I'll rock up at 7:15, and I'll get myself a whole bunch of free vacuums.
Because everyone else will be standing there going, 701.
701. We're not bringing them back in. Fantastic. I'll take them off your hands for you. If you want a new vacuum, come down to the Sunday markets, which is on a Tuesday if anyone wants to know, and I'll sell them back to you.
First day of anyone's working week.
There you go. Esquire likes to do it on a Sunday because he likes to end the week with the nightcap.
Oh.
All right, I'll let you back into the clubhouse. Targeted marketing. Are you for or against target marketing? So target marketing, for those that don't know,
insidious, and I hate it.
Yeah,
I used to as well, and I do say used to. I used to hate it until the other week when I was looking for a jaffle maker. And I looked up jaffle makers on my telephone, and then I couldn't find the jaffle maker I wanted.
Oh.
So I opened up Facebook, and thanks to targeted marketing, I found a local jaffle shop in the local vicinity. And I'm like, you ripper. You ripper. Thank you very much.
As long as you're happy to receive jaffle maker ads for the rest of your life.
I may or may not now have an addiction to jaffle makers.
Yep, I'd say you will have. You'll have no choice.
But this is the cool thing. I've worked this out. I played along with this. I typed in dog leads just to see if I could get targeted ads on dog leads. And sure enough, targeted ads for I'm like, great, I'm going to look up random things that I can't find anymore. and see if I can find targeted ads for it. This has become like the greatest thing to me known to man.
Yeah.
No, you're playing their game now.
McLovin says target marketing is spot on. Oh.
Yeah, you're right, Ray. I don't like getting ads for random things that I Google because I might be looking up something for research just to take Mickey out of somebody, and then if I get ads about that, I'm not too happy.
Although,
not too happy at all.
I must admit that I'm so happy that there are a lot of very single people in my local area that can't wait to meet me.
Yeah.
I think that's great. I'm awesome. Come and watch the show, guys. Right, you might end up with a partner. If you're single and you're in the local area, feel free to start watching the program, because we've made more couples on this program than Dateline ever did, because it was a news program mostly. However, we have been quite popular on Crime Watch. But targeted marketing, the ones that
I don't like it.
The one that gets me is if I'm having a conversation with Kimotron or the kids, and I've forgot that I may have looked this up somewhere along the track, and then I go and check my phone, and then there's an ad for the same thing I was just talking about. I'm like, oh my God. Are you guys listening? Because I could really do with hookers in the local area looking to meet me.
They are listening. They are.
Although if you ask Google,
I won't have one of those Google spy things in the house.
Well, I figured, and you and I have been, like, when we used to talk on the phone all the time, we used to use some of the main code words to activate the echelon system to listen into our phone call. So I'm really happy if I know that people are listening to my private conversations and stuff, they'd be pissing themselves laughing before they send the helicopters in. You're like, did you hear that joke you did about the police, guys? It's fucking hilarious. It's probably why I haven't been raided yet. Despite all that cocaine.
McLovin reckons that Jaffa was a very apt description of his dancing style.
Sounds like Jaffa Shuffle.
The Jaffa Shuffle. Well, there you go. Okay, as I said, some people are always for, some people are against target marketing. It's one of those things. I'm just playing devil's advocate because I know that it can be handy, but at the same time, I don't really necessarily like it. Unless, I was going to say, unless they're offering any of these wonderful brands that we trust over here, like Crystal Vodka, Coca-Cola, Nuclear Blast, all the fun stuff that's above. You were going to say there?
No, I just don't like it because I have a very inquisitive mind and I like to look up lots of different things. For example, I like the Isle of Man TT motorbike races. Mm-hmm. So all of a sudden, my Google News is, Isle of Man. The pubs are going to shut at 2:00 on Saturday nights instead of 2:30. Or local farmer ploughs free field in opposite direction.
Oh my God! What?
Just because I look up one thing doesn't mean I'm interested in the whole lot.
No, that's fairly true.
I'm a curious person. I like to know lots of things about lots of things. But just because I look up something once on YouTube doesn't mean I actually care about it.
It's a fair point. That's a fair point. I will accept that. Only because it's your personal opinion, and I'm an adult. I can see the pros and cons. I think it's gone too far. I really think it has gone too far. Back in the early days, it's a little bit different.
But
but now,
insidious now. It's insidious and omnipresent, and I don't like it. That's, as I say, well, we won't have one of those Google spy things in our house.
Yeah, that's a fair call. I used to believe TV ads and stuff. I didn't believe some of the stuff that I'd see on TV ads. Until one day, I saw an ad, and it was for one of those sex lines, and the girl's laying in her bathtub, and she's, call me now. So I called her, and her mum answered, and I said, can I talk to her? And she goes, no, she's in the bath. I'm like, okay. So I knew right there and then, maybe I can trust some of these ads. It was right there in the ad. If I had just paid attention to the ad, I would have known not to have worried about calling her right then, because she was in the bath.
Yeah. And you shouldn't use electrical items in the bath.
No, it's quite dangerous. Quite dangerous. And honestly, it was back in the day of the rotary phone, so it was probably a smart idea she didn't have that near the bath. Why her parents were allowing her to film herself making an advert whilst in the bath. I don't even know what she was selling. Like, she never like, at least with Frank Walker, you know that he's selling tiles. But her, I had no clue what she just said for me to call her. I'm like, well, obviously it's important. She took out an ad. But yeah, I never found out what she wanted. And she wasn't one of the many singles in my local area either.
Probably notable bubble bath.
Could have been it.
Yeah.
Look, we'll finish up our discussions.
What's that called? Disquamation, isn't it?
I don't know. Meningus?
Pretty sure.
I've got no idea.
So that's why I don't want Google following me now. I'll get nothing but ads for the next week for anti-wrinkle creams.
That's exactly what just come up on my phone.
What?
We'll finish it up on this one because it's been a hot button topic. Everyone knows exactly how we feel about this, so we'll just throw it out there because being the original nightcap that we are, it's probably best that we cover off on this. Cancel culture. Don't cancel
it.
It's
stop.
It's got to stop.
It's got to stop. Freedom of speech is what people want.
It makes democracy great, doesn't it?
Yeah, and you just can't shout down somebody else's opinion. Shout it down, shut it down.
Yep.
You just can't do that. That's wrong.
We all knew Pepe,
and you're a fascist bastard if you try it.
Exactly. Look, we all knew Pepe Le Pew was a rapist, but we didn't care. We all knew to stay away from skunks because we could get sexually molested. We all knew that as kids. You didn't have to tell us. We knew it because we're not stupid, and we knew that it was a cartoon. What was the one? Speedy Gonzales. I know many Mexican people that love Speedy Gonzales. Did anyone talk to the Mexican people about this? No. Dr. Seuss. Well, if you want to have a look at Dr. Seuss, why don't we talk about his ties to the Nazi Party back in the early bloody 40s? We don't bring that up very often, but did we care? No, we like our authors racist.
We all like green eggs and ham.
Exactly. The only thing that surprised me as an adult was Rolf Harris touching kids, but then again...
He wasn't the only one.
He wasn't the only one. I met him down the beach once. I'll never forget this. Down the beach, Rolf Harris is there, and I yelled at him, said, "Oi, get out of my son."
Yeah.
It's a pedophile joke for those playing at home. I can't wait. Now, bear in mind, we've been doing this a long time, and there is many recorded versions of this program across 3 radio stations and across the internet. I look forward to one day where we get protested yet again. We haven't been protested in almost 10 years, but I'm looking forward to the day that we do. Because I ain't cancelling shit. There is certain things we don't cross, and not because we don't find it funny, but we're not insensitive assholes.
We forget to cross that line.
Yeah, exactly. And we're not insensitive assholes. Like, we know there's a lot of people from a lot of spectrums that watch this program. We can be racist. We can be misogynist. We can be beyond terrible with our line of conversation. But you know what? People watch the show for that reason. All right?
Yep.
All because we haven't offended you doesn't mean we haven't offended you yet.
We'll get to you.
We'll get to you. Grab one of those.
Yeah, take a number.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, you're more than welcome to join Merkel and get the hell out.
Yeah, rage quit. Rage quit.
Yeah. Tell us how horrible we are and just leave.
Yeah, that's the best kind. I love when people rage
We'll
quit.
block you. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Yeah. We'll move on and have a sandwich and probably forget that you existed in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Unless we find your rage quit so funny, we keep you as a running joke.
Become a meme.
Become a meme.
Yeah.
So there it is, boys and girls, children of all ages. That's our discussions. If you want to be adding to our discussions for the next time we do this, Send us through your discussion topics. We'll bring them up.
Yes.
Because that's what we do. Yeah, probably. I don't know. It's a lot easier if these guys write the show for us.
Yeah, right.
There it is. Discussion's done. What I reckon we should do, boys, girls, children of all ages, why don't we go to a bit of a song, and when we come back, let's do a bit of question time.
Woo!
I think that's a great idea. Now, I do apologise if the videos get... What's the word I'm thinking of? Glitchy. The audio should be right, but the glitchiness, I don't know. I've tried my best to try and figure it out, but Tech Division's working on it. I'm working on it. We're all working on it. Doesn't matter. Just enjoy the music. Just don't watch the screen. All right, we'll be back in just a jiffy. Don't go anywhere.
Bye.
Question time. To the nightcap. Question time. Question time.
No. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, of course, welcome back to the Nightcap. The original, by the way, is in time now for the Nightcap question time. This is how it will work on the Nightcap Nation Facebook page. Join now. You'll find questions 1, 2, and
3
on the board. They've been up for, I don't know, 7 or so days. The great, the wonderful, the powerful people of the Nightcap Nation have answered the questions throughout the course of last Saturday and pretty much all this week. Then, here in the studio, well, in this studio, I will ask the questions one by one by one. The people in that studio will utilise their names as buzzers in order to buzz. In order to buzz in. I then, and only then, once I've received their answer, will award a series of points to the person or people, or whatever they want to be referred to as, gets the most points at the end of the 3 rounds will win the title, right up there, of the Question Time Championship belt. Notice how I mix up the script to stop you all from playing along. So that being said, Secret Agent S, Parking Neck, are you ready to play Question Time?
Yeah.
Roger Dodger. By the way, at the end of each round, then, and only then, we will see what the nation
had to say.
You might hear that means that an answer has been accepted and we're just going to keep on trucking on through. Or you might hear this. Whee! And like a tsunami warning in the Solomon Islands, not much is going to happen. That joke would have been funnier a week ago.
Yeah, would have.
All right. Here we go.
Question 1. Question 1.
And apparently your cup of coffee is getting a lovely mention there in the chat.
Yeah, it is a rather nice cup. Thank you, JD girl. Yeah, it's almost empty though.
Well, better fill it up. Oh, the Black Sabbath. That's cute. Black Sabbath should sign with Nuclear Blast. Oh.
Yeah.
We got Nuclear Blast coming up in a minute too.
Good.
Bit of Wednesday 13. Love a bit of Wednesday 13.
Yeah. Oh, what song?
We played it a couple of months ago. Their version of can't remember what it was now. It was an NXS song they did a version of. How to Choke Yourself with a Belt? Does that sound right?
New sensation?
Newson.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Could be. I don't know. It's one of them.
Plenty of better songs than that. But that's okay. We can live with it.
Yeah, that was the only one that they allowed me to play on YouTube without
That'll do.
getting smacked around. Question number 1. Hands on your buzzers. Here we go. Number 1. What drink/cocktail would you like to try?
Secret Agent Ness.
Secret Agent Ness.
I'd like a pina colada right now.
Hey, do you like getting caught in the rain?
I don't mind it.
Oh, excellent. You're not parking Kim, you're parking something else. I'm parking Kim for some reason. I do.
One of them.
Pina colada, yeah. I'm pretty sure I read an ad for someone that was looking for pina coladas. Can't remember where I saw it. The song just escapes me. Oh,
classifieds again.
yeah. I'm gonna give you. That's a decent looking score right there. Parking Nick. According to my mate, who's a real whiz on questions, you're next.
Yeah. Oh wow! I'm honoured.
He's a whiz.
I'd like what drink or cocktail would I like to try? Beer, please.
Beer. Beer, good.
Beer, good. I like beer.
And getting caught in the rain?
No, don't like that at all.
No, don't answer this ad then. Any
Esquire.
any
Come on.
is any beer, or is there a preference?
No, not that locally made.
Orange.
Lollywood.
Was it mango or something?
No, I like me 500 ml Heineken cans.
Oh, yummy.
So I can have 3 cans while doing a barbie, and so I only had 3 cans for about a litre and a half.
That's a fair point, actually. Yeah. That's what I liked about when Cougars came in those big cans. That was a cheap way to get drunk. Was really good.
Sorry, the drink. I thought you meant cougars like women.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, some of them have big cans.
They bloody sure do. Shall we see what the nation?
And just say,
All right.
Question 1.
Leading the charge for.
by the way, Captain, have you seen Esquire's and JD Girl's coffee mugs?
Here we go. Relief is just a swallow away. That's from Esquire. And JD Girl looks.
Only got to be showing that in public.
JD Girls looks like. Did anyone see the Meghan Markle interview with Oprah? She had a dress that had that pattern on it. It looked like it got attacked by seagulls.
I don't think JD's coffee cup has been.
No.
But you never know.
You never know. Did she steal it from Meghan Markle?
Perhaps.
Yeah.
I would have. I saw the bit where they've gone. She goes, we were questioned about what colour the baby would be, and Oprah leant forward, looked directly at Harry, and goes, "Is that because he's ginger?" And they're like, "No."
That's fantastic.
That's fantastic.
That's beautiful. I like that.
Oh. More people would sanitize their hands if that was the go.
I'm going to have to install that in our house. I like that. Leading the charge for what drink / cocktail would you like to try? Harvey Dent would like to try the world famous approved nightcap cocktail.
Get into it.
Which is not that one.
Meghan Merkel rage quit. Meghan Merkel.
Stole the dress from Monica Lewinsky.
Oh, don't you hate it when you get this ginger stain all over it?
This, folks, is why you need to be in the chat.
Yeah. Do you remember how to make the nightcap cocktail?
Oh, it was Crystal Head vodka.
Crystal Head vodka, you're right.
Lemon infused ice cubes, I believe.
Correct.
And something else in there.
Pinch of salt.
No salt. A pinch of Coca-Cola, normal leaded Coke, this type of Coke.
Yep.
And then a frozen piece of sliced lemon. And then you put straw through the lemon. Best drink you'll ever try. For now, until we make our next one.
Helpful photo in the chat.
Oh, that's exactly what it looks like.
Fantastic.
Is that actually a nightcap? It is too. Look at that. It's got the lemon.
It's got a sparkly thing in there.
Look at that! What a good-looking drink that is. I wonder whoever invented that must have been a goddamn legend. Because it was Kimmich. U.S. Marshal. I think this is a Scottish. Scotch. Can you pronounce this parking?
No.
Okay.
I'd say Lafrague.
Yeah,
Lafrague, yeah. Which is a 25-year-old cask-strength single malt Scotch.
And that is very important that it's 25 years old, because that means it's an adult and it consents.
Yeah, it consents. Yeah. You're spot on. You're spot on. Rolf Harris would never touch that drink.
No, that's right.
Ever.
No.
And I think the US Marshal wants to make single malts in his area.
That's the best place to meet him. Mr. Jedi Senate, who, by the way, has started his schooling. He's becoming a enrolled nurse. So well done to him. What a great career change. He's just young enough to do that sort of change, and good on him. He's only one of 3 blokes in a class of 21. So good on him for that. He'll have the Cougars and the young'uns chasing him down.
Yeah, look, we can do with an enrolled nurse around here. Yeah, or a registered nurse. They can, give meds.
He would like an orange juice with a squeeze of lemon and lime.
Well, it's no bloody cocktail, is it?
It's a drink, though. It didn't have to be a cocktail or an alcoholic drink. It just had to be a drink. He could have put
glass of water then.
Yeah, he could have put a coffee. Mulder would like a white lightning. I don't even know what that is.
It sounds tequila-ish.
It does sound tequila-ish. Tequila-ish a mockingbird.
Yes.
White lightning. I wonder if that's a White Russian I'm thinking of, isn't it? That's milk and vodka or something. What have we got next? Jada Girl with a Long Island iced tea. I've had one of them. They can knock your socks off real quick, those drinks.
They're full of booze.
Like chock-a-block full of booze.
And apparently, I don't know when Camo Cal's going to be home, but he needs to pour Jada Girl a glass of writer's tears.
Oh.
Which is favourite whiskey. I just thought they were actual tears of writers. I'd probably drink that.
That'd be sweet enough.
Yeah, I'd drink that, without doubt. Kit! Hello to Kit! Why are you in the chat? Why are you talking? What's going on with you, you crazy creep?
Maybe she's a mute.
She could be a mute. I knew this, well, he wasn't mute, like he was sign language mute, which meant that he could only talk and listen. He couldn't sign at all.
Might have laughed at your jokes.
Yeah.
I laughed at it.
Someone laughed at
it. I met this guy a couple of weeks ago. I don't know what was going on with him. I think he was handing me his EpiPen, and judging by his behaviour, it was really important that I had it. So I took it home, and
yeah, they've got it mounted.
Safe place.
Got it mounted up on the mantelpiece.
Yeah. It looked like his dying wish. I'm like, well, okay, dude, I'll take it. Jeez.
Yeah, well, fine, yeah. No, you get all blue in the face about it.
Yeah, everyone calm down. I've got it, right?
Kit's on a date.
Kit's on a date with who? I don't remember approving any dates.
Singles in her area.
Yeah,
I have a single in her area by now. It's getting late.
What else have we got going on? We've got buddy Dre Ray. Here we go. Dre Ray would like to try. Oh yeah, we didn't. She would like some Blue Label Johnny Walker on the rocks. It's the only way to have that, by the way. It is good. I've tried it. Not bad. Were you with me the night parking when we went into the joint across the road from 180 Russell?
Yeah.
The Exford? To buy some takeaway, and a couple of younger blokes came running in. They bought a bottle of Blue Label Johnny Walker, and bought a bottle of Coke as well. And I just looked at him going, oh. Why are you buying a nearly 200 bottle of Scotch when you're going to mix it with Coke? Like I cried.
Well, that's right. It'll ruin the taste of our sponsor's drink.
That's exactly right. And by the way, buy Coke. We love Coke. Go and buy it. Go buy it now.
Yeah.
We'll wait. No, we won't. Dre Ray. An espresso martini yet to be explored.
Get on it. Great.
I think there's something about... Are they good?
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Is there milk in it?
No. It's just very cold. And flavoursome.
Oh, there you go. It's built into me just to avoid dairy-esque type alcoholic beverages, because I know what happens when I drink. The last thing I think of when I'm drinking heavily is, oh, geez, milk would be good about now.
Yeah, but no, there's dairy in them, but they're very good.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to take your word for it. I've never tried them either. Apparently.
Tea onwards.
Ah, beautiful. That's why we're drinking it at 6 o'clock in the morning, baby.
It's usually when we're doing coffee orders at work. That's what we ask for.
Espresso martini, thanks. Apparently, Esquire yelled at someone today who bought a bottle of mum, whatever that is, to mix just with
Fisherman's in the house. Hey, Fisherman.
We haven't had Fisherman live in their house for a while, so welcome to Fisherman. It's good to have you.
Yeah, no, you need your low-level Australian sparkling wine to mix with orange juice, because you need the orange juice to take the edge off it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can drink your mum straight, chilled, preferably from a glass. Out of the bottle if you don't mind chipping your teeth a bit. But hey,
I like drinking it out of the bottle.
Vodka, if you want a Bolly's Dolly variation. But hey, yeah.
Speaking about speaking about the Fisherman, he's actually jumped in with an answer here with a drink called Between the Sheets. Don't know what that is, but
that's really good timing, isn't it?
Perfect timing. Maybe he was sitting back waiting for his answer, going, "Now's the time. Now,
yeah,
this is
now I'll get in the chat."
Yeah, this is it. This is where I make my triumphant return to the chat.
Yeah.
Well, hello.
Hello to the Fisherman. Have you been watching all the? Have you caught up? Because this is like one of the longest running episodic television shows of all time. So if you haven't watched last episode, don't worry about it. You can watch tonight's. Between the Sheets. No idea what that is. So please let us know in the chat what is actually in the drink Between the Sheets. Because I'd be curious about that. I had both versions of the drink Sex on the Beach. One was like a pre-mixed shot, which was very coconutty. It was quite nice. I used to drink it all the time. At the Home Tavern, strangely enough. God rest its soul. I think I was the only one that drank it too, because it just... They gave me the bottle when I emptied it. No, you can just have it. Yeah, no worries. I don't think we're going to be ordering it again. There's only one dickhead that pays $5 a shot for it, and that's... Hey, anyway, have a bottle. Cray-Ray. A Van Winkle Special Reserve 12-year-old Lot B.
And he's put a picture of a bottle of that, whatever it is, in the thing.
In the thing? Okay, there it is.
Oh, Fisherman's been organising our house.
Oh, okay. 12-year-old. Is that a... It looks bourbonish. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a scotch. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's I think the bottle says it's a bourbon.
Ah, Roger Dodger.
It's going to be a bourbon, surely.
Here we go. 1 ounce brandy, 1 ounce light rum, 1 ounce triple sec, and half an ounce of lemon juice. So I'm guessing that's the Between the Sheets.
American recipe. What's that in metric like we use in this country?
6.
Okay, I'll put 6 in there.
Yeah, just 2 parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the best.
That
Just
was
use parts. Teaspoons.
Substitute ounce for bucket.
Anyways.
Do you want me to go and get a measuring cup out of one of my many drawers? I'm not sure which.
Yeah,
Which side of the drawer it's
it'll
on?
It'll be out of order, we know that.
Apparently McLovin.
Yeah, McLovin used to drink Drano, but it went right through.
Yeah, I hate when that happens. Someone, I didn't see who it was, let me scroll back up. Cray prefers sex on the beach over a cocksucking cowboy. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't know, if it's cold at night, I suppose. McLovin! Do love a good McLovin. He would like to try a mocktail
Molotov
Molotov cocktail at the Parliament House bar.
And what's a blowjob? I don't know, about $10, I suppose, depending if she's addicted to heroin.
But Jady Girl did have one off the kitchen bench the other day.
And if she's addicted to heroin, Captain, you don't have to worry about the teeth.
Good. Yeah, this is a very true point. You see a heroin addict, I see a $5 blowjob. 30 mil to an ounce, there you go.
Well, you just say 30 mils of this, 30 mils of that.
Because you probably copy it and paste. I used to have a drink called the Quick Fuck, which was I don't know what it's called. It was some liqueur. It could be the cowboy liqueur, whatever that is. Whatever's in that. Yeah.
Probably finished with a dollop of yogurt.
No. It had Midori on top. But yeah, sorry, I got it. I got it. It just clicked. It came back around and reminded me, like, hey, dude, that was funny. There you go. Actually, there was a drink called the Cum Bucket. I had that at the Crown Casino one night. Well, at least he told me it was a drink. He did offer it to me in the toilet. It depends on how bad she wants the money for the bus. Flaming Lamborghini, that's another good. I haven't tried that one. I've tried the Blue Karakai. I think it was called the Blue Lagoon, which had that. That was really good. I remember that there's a cocktail bar at the Crown Casino right downstairs, and I made it a mission one night. I was there with a couple of friends and said, you know what, we should do that, and pointed to the menu because there was quite a few on there. So let's start at number 1 and work our way through to number 20. And so I said to the bartender, I said, how much to do all that? Because I don't want to add up. I'm drunk, so I don't want to add shit up as I'm going along. Just give me a rough price and I'll give you that money right now, and we just keep pumping through. So we worked it out, however much it was, $200 or $300 or something. So I put the money down, and we did. We went from one through to the end. And as I'm finishing up the last cocktail, I'm looking around, and there's all these little people. I think they're called kids.
Leprechauns?
Running around. And I remember slurring, going, who in their right mind would bring a child to a casino at this time of night? And then I sort of looked out the window, and the sun was up, and it was 9 o'clock in the morning. And I thought, you know what? They're in there, right. I'm going to go. Like, you know, you've been drinking too long when you start getting hot from the sun.
Yeah.
We've done that a few times, haven't we, Mr. Parking?
Yes, we have, sir. Sure have.
What about a funky cold Medina? Or what's in a funky cold Medina? Roofies, pretty much.
Yeah.
That was Bill Cosby's go-to drink for all his friends. Hey. There it is. That's question 1 done. What I reckon we should do, if you're all up for it, that is, why don't we go to a bit of a break, and when we come back, let's do question 2. We'll call it we'll call it the tickler.
Yeah, the questions are in much better order than your cutlery drawer.
That's a true point. I'm going to go and take a photo of my cutlery drawer. Don't go anyway. We'll be back.
Bye.
the devil inside. Here comes the world, looking inside. Future uncertain, but certainly slight. Look at the faces, listen to the bells. It's hard to believe we need a place called hell. A place called hell. Devil inside, devil inside. Every single one of us, the devil inside. Devil inside, devil inside. Every single one of us, the devil inside. Here comes the woman, look in her eye. Raised on leather, with flesh on her body. Words a weapon, sharp of a knife. Makes you wonder how the other half died. Devil inside, devil inside. Every single one of us, the devil inside. Devil inside, devil inside. Every single one of us, the devil inside. Devil inside, devil inside. Every single one of us, the devil inside. Devil inside, devil inside. Every single one of us, the devil inside. The devil inside. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The devil inside. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Question 2. 2. 2.
Well, let's
And just to clean up, Captain, McLaughlin, yeah, the Wednesday 13, that's not his best performance. But if you're not familiar with the Murder Dolls, get their first album, Beyond the Valley of the Murder Dolls, and it's just one of my favourite albums.
It's hysterically funny.
And brutally offensive.
Oh yeah, big time.
They try, but his vocals are much better on that.
Obviously, doing a version of a well-known song from a different genre is always going to be.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. God, I like his voice.
Yeah, I don't mind him.
Yeah.
Solo
albums are pretty good too.
I haven't seen any of his solo work. I'll have to look it up.
Calling All Corpses is probably my favourite.
Huh. Do they answer?
Buy the album and find out. Give him some money.
All right, I will then. It looks like our film clips are getting better and better. I've just got to keep a bit more tinkering, and then we will have the perfect stream of video clip to go with audio clip, which goes with songs that we play.
Oh, cool.
Also, I was thinking the other day, do we fall into the category of a podcast now that we do it this way? Or are we still technically a show? We're just a streaming show.
We're a show.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I think we're a podcast.
No, I don't think we're a podcast.
No. We're a lot better than podcasts.
Yeah.
Would a podcast have any of these brands that we trust? I think not.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't even got Jack asking us to kick it to him anyway.
No, exactly. Oh, Cry reckons we're a vlog.
You're a vlog.
Yeah, that's actually.
Question number 2, hands on your buzzer. Here we go. If the answer is 87, what's the question?
Parking.
Parking.
An 87. That's a 69er with 18 people watching.
Yay! I'm going to give you some points to make that look really effective. There we go. I lived up to my end of the bargain. I like this from the fisherman. We're a live, interactive experience.
Interaction experience, even.
Yeah. Secret Age Ness. According to my uncle, who's a whiz on volcanoes. So he doesn't know much about questions, but he still reckons you're next.
I reckon so too. So good on your uncle.
Yeah.
87 was the year that the first woman was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. 1987.
Right, and do you know who it was?
It was Aretha Franklin.
Was it really?
And yeah. Like rock and roll. Yeah, whatever. More like soul. But 86 was the first year that they did that they inducted anybody, and they did about half a dozen guys.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering why they couldn't figure out that Aretha Franklin, was worthy in the first place. They had some guy called, like Yancey Newman or something like that. There's a cat.
Meow.
Oh, she's hiding. People I hadn't heard of yet. They couldn't figure out a woman in the first year.
They obviously didn't have any respect. Just a little bit.
No, that's exactly right. Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
When did Calamity Jane end up into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? And if she's not, how come?
I don't think she did.
No, probably because she's a character. Played by Doris Day.
Yep.
Maybe that's got to...
Whip crack away.
Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Cat! We're up to 4. Was that another one? Or was it the same one just walking back again?
No.
It's the other end.
Yeah, right. Excellent. I'm going to award you both series of points. Shall we see what the nation?
And to say.
All right.
Question 2.
Well, I even put the words up so people know to do it all at home.
Yeah.
Actually, I did see, if you watch the Ray's reaction video to the horror movie that's due out in April called Antlers, thanks to our friends at Searchlight Pictures, which is offshoot of Disney, you'll hear Cray Ray actually go rum pum 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 pum.
I heard that, and I may say I watched that reaction video as well. And my takeaway of it from that is that they're a very well-spoken couple.
They are. I didn't realise that Dre Ray had an accent.
No, neither did I, but I wasn't going to mention it.
No, she certainly does. I'm going to go...
Referring to someone as racist.
Yeah. Well, we are racist.
Oh, yeah, good point.
But yeah, no, they did a very good reaction video. And if you guys out there in the Nightcap Nation would like to do your own version of a reaction video, get in contact with me. I will send you through a trailer from one of our many, many wonderful brands that we trust, whether it's Sony or Netflix or anything from the Disney Corporation. There's a whole heap to choose from. So if you want to do your own reaction video, let us know. I'll send you through one. The idea is exactly like the Rays did. Don't watch the trailer until you're recording your actions. That makes it authentic and real.
I believe some miniaturised people at your house did a reaction video as well.
They sure did. The Nightcap Kids did their very first one take, mind you, of a reaction video, including an intro and outro. And they did extremely well. In fact, their reaction video got more likes in the first 24 hours than any of mine. Than any of them.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said for cute.
Maybe I need to get a duck or something every time I... Hey, look at the cute duck! Anyway, let's watch this video. There you go, from Wisconsin. There you go.
Oh, you.
Hey.
Leading the charge, if the answer is 87, what is the question? Our good friend US Marshall with what's the atomic number of a intensive radioactive metal named after France?
Which I looked up, it is francium.
Francium, right?
And it's got a half-life equivalent of 22 minutes, which is very radioactive. And it breaks down into stuff that you've heard of that you know is dangerous, like radium.
All right, I'm going to take your word for that because
if you're happy, if someone else offers you a lump of francium,
say
just
no.
say no.
Yeah, come on, kids, not on our streets.
You've got to francium responsibly.
I'm part of the francium response team.
Yeah.
Oh, the Dry Ray's been in Australia for over 20 years, though.
Ah, Dry Ray.
There you go. I thought it was only a slight accent. Personally, I thought it was, you know, like all the kids, you'd seen too much Dora the Explorer. Picked up the accent.
Dora the Informant. Speaking about that, did you hear about, it was a 315 kilogram grizzly bear or black bear that died during the week?
Oh, I didn't think it was during the week. I thought it was some time ago.
Oh, it could have been some time ago.
I thought it was making a movie about it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was. What did they work out? $1 million worth of cocaine was found in its stomach. That's what killed it. But as I said to Kimbertron when I found out about the story, I said, what a way to go. That bear, for a good 10 to 15 minutes, had the time of its life before it died. Like, it was like, yeah! I love this song. And then that was it.
It's just listening to little woodland birds.
Yeah. My friend owns this place.
Yeah. Man, I own this place.
My brother's a DJ here. And then it died. But the funny thing, I read into why or how a 315 kilogram bear managed to get its hands on $1 million worth of cocaine. A dude died a couple of weeks previous by his parachute not opening and fell just on the outskirts of the forest. And of course, people are like, I'm not sure if that guy's supposed to have fallen there. So they got and checked on him, and he had a fair, like about 15, I don't know, about 1.5 or 1.6 million dollars worth of cocaine on him, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff. And apparently, they threw 2 duffel bags of cocaine out the plane at the same time. The duffel bags landed in the forest. The bear's like, free duffel bag. Opened up the first one and went, yum, this stuff, it's the best. I wonder if there's any more. And then dug into the second bag and went, there it is. They knew there was a problem when the bear was scratching like this and was offering $10 blowjobs.
Yeah, Dry Ray's pointed out the poor thing was just coming out of hibernation.
Yeah, went back into it real quick.
That's pretty crap.
Yeah.
Literally a drop bear.
It was a drop bear.
Yeah, and McLovin Nuts intensive care bear.
It was an intensive care bear. But you know what? When the coppers asked the bear, where did you get the drugs from? He kept his mouth shut, just in case anyone's curious on how to smuggle drugs through a forest. Bears notoriously good at keeping their mouth shut. Although they do have a tendency of tasting their own product. I'm going to say, like, that's the path to destruction. It really is.
Get high on your own supply.
It's spot on, Parky. Yeah, and that's where it made its fatal mistake. Mulder, if the answer is 87, what is the question? How many times must an 86? How many times must her, as in herself, 86 an item before the front of house listens? So 86 to throw something in the bin.
Yeah.
In the kitchen, it's an 86. In an office building, it's file 13.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm going to put that in file 13, don't you worry.
Yep. I used to call it the vertical file.
The vertical file, yeah.
Yeah, because everything's just on top of the last bit of rubbish.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. There you go. If a duffel bag falls in the forest, will it be okay to go for Cray Ray? It certainly is. Harvey Dent, what was one more than Maxwell Smart's secret agent number on Get Smart?
Yep.
Right, 87.
Yep.
He was Agent 86. That's right, he was too.
Was indeed.
Master Jedi Senate. When is the sexy time position? What is the sexy time position that they are doing in Not Fake Taxi? The 87.
Yeah.
Get around it.
The 87's where you do a 69 and then you switch again.
McLovin. He's in form tonight, isn't he?
He's doing well tonight.
What's wrong, Yogi? Nothing, boo-boo. What the fuck are you looking at?
You're looking at.
Here comes Ranger Steve.
Just remember, I'm the one that can prevent forest fires. Only me, okay?
Yeah.
I made that very clear last time. Only me. It's a lot of pressure. I've spoken to Kimatron about it. Can't let her in on what I'm doing to prevent them. Just that I'm preventing them. And I need to point this out. I got too many phone calls during the week. Once there is a forest fire, not my problem. I'm only there to prevent them.
Yeah.
If they start on their own, not much I can do about that. I'm only prevention, right? Call the fire department. That's what their gig is. Shady girl, I ordered the 87. I've been waiting for hours. Where the is my meal? Wonder what the 87 is. Chicken chow mein? Is that an 87?
Yeah, I think so.
I invited an Asian bloke around for dinner one day, and he goes, "What are you having for dinner?" I said, "Oh, about I don't know, 15." He goes, "Oh, that's good."
Did he come back?
No. But he was curious to know where all that cocaine I've been using to prevent forest fires went. I mean, I've said too much. Kit!
Yeah.
How many times does it take to find the right one? 87 is really too much.
Yeah, not times. How many people?
Oh, how many people?
How many singles in her area?
Yeah, how many
singles
singles in their area? 87's too many.
Well, how do we know that she's looking for it? She might be looking for a kidney match.
No, that'd be me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't. Don't give her your kidney. They're fucked.
Watch it for him, kid. Actually, Cleveland got two. I'll go your halves.
I'm going to wake up in an ice bath, aren't I?
You want to wake up?
I tell you what, the Cocaine Bear really brings a whole new meaning to the old kids' TV show, the Bear in the Big Blue House, or whatever it was called.
The house wasn't blue at all.
Aye. I might be confusing a whole bunch of shows there, I don't know.
Yeah, too much HR puff and stuff. There was a nice bag on before every production loading on that.
Shit there, wasn't there? What? It was the only. It was the only kids show that came with ecstasy.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, everyone, pop your ecstasy tablets before we get underway.
Yay.
The devil inside. Dre Ray even. How many champagnes she won't be having tonight? Well,
that's right, so she's having a nightcap.
She certainly did. She had a nightcap, And then she made
An espresso martini.
utilising Crystal had vodka as her buzzer.
Yeah.
Is it funny, whenever we use the word utilising in this house, Kimatron or myself, always, every time.
Yeah, because as soon as he said the word then, that was what I was waiting for.
It's the go-to line. I really would love, now, this show I've changed the spiels up a little bit, but I really would love someone doing the terms and conditions and then putting it in the chat for us to see, because I want to hear other people's takes on the terms and conditions of the nightcap.
Yeah, everyone.
If we can get a handful, like there's a few people watching currently, if we can get a handful of people doing that, I will edit everybody's in.
Oh, do a super cup.
A super cut. That's what I'll do, because that's what I do well.
Yeah, you know. Some people have called you a super cup.
Yeah, a few times, and mostly that was in my wedding vow.
Yeah.
Who was next? The fisherman.
Fisherman.
How old is his grandfather? He actually is 87.
Yay! Congratulations.
That's bloody good.
Bishop Park.
Bishop Park.
The German.
Possibly.
From the Dre Ray's house. He's the German, the inverted German.
Is that it?
Oh, the inverted German. Yeah.
The inverted German.
I think like how his first name's filtered backwards.
Yeah.
I've felt it a fair bit.
Yeah, that's what you do when you put the fuzzy bit on top of a pool table. You filter it.
I thought that's what you shower. If you're a Jadie girl.
Jadie girl has a no. She normally has a fairly good felt in the shower. The 87th day of 2021 is the first F1 race of the year.
Question mark. So
Is it?
might not be. I'd be the wrong guy to ask. I don't like it.
No, right. The inverted Germans again going eating competition. Eat Tim Tams. 87 individual Tim Tams to be precise. More like, how many Tim Tams would I need to eat to throw up my guts?
85.
Yeah, actually probably about 3. I don't handle chocolate that well anymore.
Yeah, no, not the feeling.
Especially ones that aren't part of our brands that we trust.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could be.
You could be Tim Tam.
And you wanted your name mentioned on this show
Yeah.
without suing us.
Insert product here.
And McLovin's chimed in again with more from the Book of Udall. The captain came down from the mountain and said, I have 10 commandments and 287 terms and
I need you all to read and sign down the bottom. Actually, click accept.
Yeah.
Yeah. Click I accept.
Do you know what will get me, right? Think about thousands of years ago, and you've got all the people in Egypt building the pyramids. And they're working really hard, like you do when you're building a pyramid. And they're standing back and they're looking at it going, people are going to remember this forever. And then it cuts to 2020 and someone's going, yeah, that definitely was aliens.
Yeah.
Oh, how pissed off would you be if you're the dude that built it? Dude, what the hell?
Yeah. You'd be...
Yeah.
Oh,
What the hell, man?
Let's figure this shit out.
Yeah. The coffee.
yeah.
Her mother's age.
Mum's age. Oh.
Esquire, what is the square root of 7,569?
87.
It's 87.
I'm guessing.
Is it?
I feel sorry for Pi when he has to fill out his whole name.
Right.
Cray Ray, the annual appearance of Pickles.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And I've been trying to put a helpful picture of Pickles up on that answer there, but I haven't been able to. So I put one in the chat.
Yeah.
H2O.
Yes.
What is the unluckiest number in Australian cricket?
87, because it's 13 short of a century.
Ah, see, I didn't know any of that.
Because you don't want sport.
The tones, the amount of condoms that have been found in a sewage plant daily. Be about right, I suppose. Yeah. McLovin, how many farewell tours of Australia has Suji Quattro done? That's 6 less.
Johnny Farnham.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's 6 less than Johnny Farnham.
Mm.
Kimatron, how many times does the captain visit Esquire in a week? It's fairly accurate. And this is probably one of the better answers of the whole lot. How much is 86 plus 1? Can't argue that at all.
Thank you, Karina.
Yeah, sports ball.
Yeah.
We like sport and we don't care who knows.
I love sport. Love sport.
That's what I said. You like sport. Alright, what we should do, let's go to a quick song, come back, and let's do question number 3.
Okay.
Don't go anywhere. Just don't.
In 3, 3, 3.
Alrighty, here we go. Question number 3. This one is for the championship belt over here. Right there. Right there. No. Here we go. Fast comes a good game. Hands on your buzzers. Here we go. What animal shouldn't you keep as a pet?
Predation.
Yes, both of them would be correct answers.
Yes.
Shit, I didn't even know who chimed in first then. It could have been a parking.
Well, I'll go first.
Alright, you go first. Ladies before gentlemen.
Yeah. Well, I've got 2 answers, and you shouldn't keep a toilet snake as a pet,
That's a good one. That's actually probably up there.
nor should you keep a cocaine bear as a pet.
That's actually 2 really good answers there. I'm going to give you quite a fair amount of points for that.
Cute.
Carry the 1. How many did we work out was the square root of 7,856?
757.
Right, okay, cool. Got it. We've all learnt something tonight. Parking Nick, according to Go Sports Team. You're next.
Yay. Animals, I've never understood why on earth anyone keeps spiders as pets.
Oh, yeah, big one on that. Yeah,
We were in a really good shop the other week with had all sorts of really cool fossils and stromatolites and all sorts of stuff.
No, not stromatolites, but
Yeah, you know, geodes and stuff.
Yeah.
And I had big displays of Lepidoptera and all the other butterflies. And I'm walking up the ramp going, oh, no spiders, no spiders, good. Walk around, and they got a little alcove, and there's fucking spiders there that fucking big.
Yeah.
And, well, after I'd shit my pants, I said to the lady who owns the joint, what do you hide them away like that? Oh, so they don't surprise people.
Come on, just surprised the hell out of me.
Yeah, when you look over your shoulder and you see
Jesus
tarantulas like this
Christ.
size mounted.
That bird-eating spider is literally sort of that size.
That size,
Love
yeah.
Fights on! Let's go, Sports Team!
But yeah, I can understand people like keeping snakes and lizards and other unusual type pets. But why would anyone keep like a tarantula?
Yeah, no, I can't figure that out. I would never keep that as a pet, ever.
Like
Ever.
these things were big enough to shoot.
Yeah.
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 It's an elephant gun.
Yeah.
I would move it. I would move house.
Shoot them anyway.
I would move it. If I noticed a spider that was the size of it, I would move house. Well, that's it. You keep the stuff. You won.
Yeah. I'd just apply for a loan, and if they said what happened to all the other gear, I'd say, you fucking get it.
Yeah, you had it. I'm out. Bye. when I was in the States, I didn't know about this particular moth, and I didn't even know it was a moth. I thought it was a very strange looking bat, because it would have been about that, I reckon.
Yeah.
And it was known as a lunar moth. And I'm like, it's going to eat the kids! And I'm like, I got to go and get an expert on blood-sucking creatures from the deep. And I ran and got some help, and they're like, it's a lunar moth. I'm like, I don't care what its fucking name is. Get it out of that room.
Yeah.
I've got people that need to go in that room. And they're like, it's a moth. I'm like, yeah.
I hate moths.
How big is its teeth? I'm like, it's not going to bite you. So how do you know? I've really upset it.
Yeah.
I've been standing here for 10 minutes calling it different names. It's angry at me.
Yeah, now it's all offended.
Yeah, you go in there and talk it down.
Yeah.
I was all right until it picked up the firearm.
Yeah. Fire extinguisher. Bash it to death with.
It bashed me to death. I got better.
Oh, God, good. Good.
I did a bit of adding up of my scoring here. Parking Nick coming in at 1,400. That's a bloody good score. But toppled by the Queen of the Udall at 1,600.
Yay!
The prestigious Question Time Championship belt is right there for you to look at.
Yay!
It's an honorary title. Shall we see what the nation...
I'd just say.
All right, let's do it.
Question 3.
Really? There's something in nature in the States that is bigger than something in Australia? Yeah, it was huge.
What about bogong moths?
Oh, they're not huge.
They're not big.
but
Oh, they're
scary. We do have big moths here in Australia. I remember growing up, we had a moth cocoon that was about, 20 centimetres long.
Look up lunar moths.
I didn't see the moth that came out of it, but I'm
I
assuming
hate moths.
that long.
I honestly think lunar moths would steal livestock. They're just that big. They're just crazy
Yeah, I went
big.
on a school camp to Harrietville up in the hills around here. And the mosquitoes, they're that big.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, what's the point of having fly wire? They're just going to rip it open with their front paws and come and feel
And
Take blood.
and be,
great job. And find an empty husker in the shape of me in the middle of the forest.
all right, leading the charge for what animal shouldn't you keep as pet, Miss Dawson? A human. I don't know.
Several.
Yeah, I've got a couple. Harvey Dent claims that he was talking to his friend Siegfried and Roy, and they mentioned tigers. They didn't explain why. Well, one couldn't.
Yeah, one couldn't. Yeah.
Master Jedi Senate reckons a trouser snake out of your trousers.
One track mark.
U.S. Marshal, any animal with a history of eating its former caretaker. It's a fair point.
Mosquitoes is a state bird of Wisconsin, apparently.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's not funny, Cryra.
Jody Go reckons a stingray that lives near your chest. Is it too soon? She also reckons a turtle snapping on a guy's genitals.
Yeah, no.
A normal turtle will be all right.
What about a turtle snapping on a girl's genitals?
Oh, that's all right. You can keep them.
Ah, apparently they're okay.
Yeah, they're called clam killers.
Yeah.
That was my nickname in high school.
Something to be really frightened of. An actual live living creature, not something imaginary.
Yeah.
I knew a lot of girls that had crabs hanging from their genitals.
Yeah.
But $5 is $5. Kit reckons a kangaroo. I don't know.
No.
Have you ever hopped in the pouch?
What about Skippy? He solved all those problems for the family in Ku-ring-gai National Park.
Yeah. I remember the time that he defused a nuclear arsenal.
Yeah.
No, Skip, I don't know where we could find a nuclear accelerator from.
Yeah. I agree with you, Dre Ray. That him put up. That's just.
This is a good one. Treo recommends badgers. They are really grumpy fuckers.
Yeah.
A badger, mushroom. A badger. That was a whole website for many years. It was just called badger.com. You click onto it, and it was just that song going, badger, mushroom. A badger. And that's it. And then occasionally it would go, snake. A badger.
The internet, it's come so far.
It's come so far. I remember when the internet was called whereistheporn.com. Yeah, that's badger. That's what the website looked like. In the chat, a badger, mushroom. The inverted. Oh, there you go.
Mosquitoes being the state bird.
The inverted German reckons gummy bears. You just eat them. That's a fair point.
Yeah, no point keeping them as pets.
Well, and not recommended to try that with other domestic pets.
No, it's okay, squirrel. We're not going to eat you for dinner. No.
Not again. You don't want to eat it all at once. A leg at a time is probably all right. The Beady Weedy. Kelly. Humans.
Kelly.
Yeah.
He's up there with humans. He's not a big fan of eating them.
They think that we've got a problem with this or something.
We've got a couple of humans that are ours.
Doesn't matter if they think we've got a problem with it. They'll be the pet. I'll do what we bloody tell them.
Actually, there's a photo of me online walking a human as a pet. Her name was Red. She was a good girl. She really was. Skittles. All. They should they should decide to keep you. But if you must, then you probably shouldn't keep a bat. Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Well, I agree. If you decide to have a pet, it's your job to make its life as good as it can be.
That's right. De Coffee reckons a bear cat. Never seen a bear cat.
With a special operations group of Victoria Police Department.
Yeah, they do too. You're spot on. I wonder if they drive up to a scene going, badger, mushroom. They probably do.
Yeah.
It was like when David Koresh, when they said, we're going to come in and get you, and he's like, yeah, you and what army? The US Army, does that sound right? Crow reckons a skunk and a honey badger, because honey badgers don't give a fuck. Yeah, fairly true. And skunks, I remember running over a skunk when I was in Michigan, and yeah, they are not pleasant.
I'm sure they wouldn't be. Yeah.
McLovin reckons a Jabberwocky and a scuba tiger. Scuba tiger! And a Jabberwocky is a mythical creature. If you ever read the original novel Alice Through the Looking Glass, which eventually became Alice in Wonderland, in the book, the Jabberwocky was this mythical creature in a book that was primarily already fucked. It was a terrible creature that lived in there. When I first read it, I thought, Jabberwocky, he's talking about from season 1 of South Park, those little things that went, school, I like school, but they were called a Jackosaurus. I got them confused. I thought it was called a Jabberwocky. And I'm like, I love them.
Oh, like a Jack of Spades.
Yeah. Jack of Spade.
But Spike Milligan also wrote about the Jabberwocky.
Did he?
You need to beware the Jabberwock, my friend.
Oh, yes. I didn't know about that one.
You're the one.
I do think we might have one living in the front garden.
They're pretty cool.
Complete menagerie up there. Yeah. And we do have a portal with a pterodactyl nearby. So,
excellent.
Or it could be multiple pterodactyli.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Monty Python did the movie Jabberwocky as well.
Oh, they did too. They sure did.
Thank you, Ray.
Yes.
And Kimbertron finishing up question number 3 for us with a drop bear.
Aha!
Especially if they're full of cocaine.
Well, yeah, well known for being very poor pets.
Same as a hoop snake. Terrible bloody things.
Yeah.
Terrible things. Well, that's it. That's questions 1, 2, and 3 done.
Yep.
That's as easy as it gets. Although I have noticed the time we are running a little bit on our later side.
Oh,
I know.
yeah.
Yeah.
We started like.
Yeah, we did.
Give the fans what they want.
Exactly right. But it does bring us to the time of the night where we say, time, ladies and gentlemen. Bell was a bit on its own then.
Yeah, wasn't it?
It's been a great show. It's been a huge show. We've covered a lot of cool things today. We've had question times, we've had discussions, we've had bears on cocaine, we've got big spiders, we've had fucking God-fearing moths.
Yeah.
And we've had badgers
Yeah.
with
Badger.
mushroom. What's the difference between a normal badger and a honey badger?
Alright.
No, I haven't got a joke with it. I was actually curious. Yeah.
Particularly into that. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like, what's the difference between a black snake and a taipan?
Right, yeah, okay. Just a different breed.
Yeah.
Fair enough. It's been a great show. Look, as we always said at the very beginning of the program, we are the originals. Spread the word. Tell your friends. And this is what we do. Week in, week out. We're here for you. If you want to be part of it all, you can. As I said, if you want to do your own reaction videos, stuff like that, let us know. We'll thump all that stuff out to all of you.
McLovin is calling your tapping at the end of the show your bell in.
Love it, McLovin.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, brilliant.
On that part of the studio, he's of course a Lord of Rock and Roll, the king of all that is metal, and catch his one-man show on Broadway this weekend. It's Parking Nick!
Good word. Thank you, Captain. Good evening. Thank you, Secret Agent. Thank you, Nation. Sorry I've been a bit off, but whatever. You'll get over it.
I don't think you have been off. I think it's been good.
Yeah.
If you think you've been off, you're the only one that noticed.
Oh, you asked you.
It's a good question. I'll get back to you.
Have a good week, Nation.
Right there in the centre part of the studio from the Udall Crochet Division, it's of course the fiery redhead herself, Secret Agent Ness!
That's me. Yeah. I hope you all have a great week too. It's been a good night. Thank you.
It's been a great night. It's been full on.
Now get back.
Yeah.
We're going to leave you with these wonderful passing words which have been handed down from generation upon generation, and in fact is what I yell when I climax, which is simply, you have been the Nightcap Nation and I've been your captain! And until next Saturday, the Nightcap. It's a lot better then.
Counting in the studio.
Good